y'all, Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one is for the Craft IQ Challenge, where you take 7 different recipes. We get one each day from the 1st of the month to the 7th of the month. And then Jackie, who is our inspirational brainchild behind all this, she will throw in a twist or two, and she has 2 twists this month. So our list is a half and half page design, some paper tearing or washi tearing, some stamping, to make a tag, some brads, the color purple, have to add dimension, so I have this beautiful flower and some dimensional foam. And then the twist is border stamping. So I grabbed out some of my border stamps. And 3 layers behind the photo. And one of them has to be a torn layer. So, yeah. Sounds like fun. So, oh, and I do have pictures in here somewhere. A picture. Yeah. But I don't know where it went. Oh, I found it. There it is. This is my sister-in-law holding my son's elk from a couple years ago. She's never seen an elk up close like this, and she thought that was pretty cool. So that's the picture. So let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut this beautiful wood grain into, I think I cut it at 4 inches. And I'm going to use this for half of my layout, so that way it gets in the half and half page, and get it stuck down onto this white cardstock. And then I'm going to cut off this white in the back, because I want to use that for matting, for one of the layers and matting my photo. So here is the beautiful washi tape I'm going to be using. I got this one, I think, at Walmart, down the, like, the planners aisle. And they have some really pretty washi tape down there. So I'm using this one. I am putting a little bit of ATG adhesive on the very back, just to make sure it doesn't roll up. And then I will go back with another washi off camera and layer it on that seam that I made. Okay, so here is my picture. I cut it down to a little more than 4 inches. So I think it's like 4 1/4 inches. So it's not quite square, but I wanted to make sure I had the mountains in the sky and my sister-in-law's feet. So I just thought that made a really pretty picture. So there's my first layer, so that's layer 1. Then this purple here will be layer 2. And I think this is a really pretty mixed media purple. And I thought about making it instead of my white layer, but then I was thinking, no, that wouldn't work, or not layer, but the white on the background, but I want to stamp on it, and I wanted the white to stamp on. So, and then this beautiful thinner paper, it's a paper pad from Walmart. So was the other one. It was a lot thicker though, but this thin paper is perfect for the ripped layer that I'm going to add to this. So just rip one edge of it, and I'm liking that. And now I found my purple stamp, and I'm going to stamp several different stamps. The first one I start with is this, it kind of looks like mall splatters, kind of, it's hard to describe, but yeah, I think it's supposed to be like little splatters. Like you take your paintbrush and just shoot it down, and it makes that long splattery line, and I really like it. But I'm going to add it in more of clusters, and I want to put my tag on that side, or that was the original thought, but I ended up changing that. But so I knew I wanted some mixed media poking out from behind the tag, and then just a couple little spots above and below the photo, and then off to the one side. And then I'm looking at all my mixed media stamps, and I decide I want to use just a little bit of the paint strokes. And so I grabbed this. It's a really dark navy blue, but I'm stamping it really lightly, and it's like a paint swipe. And I'm liking that. It just adds in just that little bit of a color, but I don't want to do too much. But yeah, I think that looks really good. And then I'm going to grab this circle stamp here, and I go with black on it. And I put it here. I was going to put it in 2 spots, but then I thought I like just the one. So I'm just going to leave the one circle there. And it's just going to poke out from behind the picture a little bit. And then I'm going to grab my new stamp set I got at Hobby Lobby for Mother's Day. And it's wordy script. So I'm just doing the kiss technique with this one and just getting little bits of the words, not enough really to read, but just to show that there is yeah, little bits of word on it, and I like that. So then I grab this it's like a swoopy scallop. I'm not exactly sure. It's more like a swoop, or a kind of makes you think of ocean waves too. Border stamp. And I put it on there on an angle at first because I didn't think it would fit across my acrylic block here, but it did. And then I lined it up on using one of the little laser cut lines on the block, and I really like that. And so I just bordered that center piece there where the washi tape is. And so that's what I'm going to consider my border stamp, because I didn't want to go and actually border the whole layout, but I did want to use the border stamp. Then I grabbed this, I got it from Amazon. It's just a 6x6 stencil for mixed media, and I'm using just a little sponge brush, and just adding in the purple, and in different, I just want the spots and the splatters and just tiny bits of it poking out. When this is said and done, you don't see much of it at all, but that's okay, because I like what you do see. So I think all the stamping is done for now, and now I'm going to pop up this whole picture onto some fun foam, and that gives me that dimension. So I have the stamping done, I got the border stamping done, got the layering done, I got torn paper, and now I got dimension. So I'm moving right along with the 7 recipes, ingredients for the recipes. And now this is where I was going to make a tag, but I ended up just cutting it into a rectangle and not even thinking about the tag. But yeah, I was going to make this into a tag. I was looking at it here and decided it blended in too much with the background. So I took the outside edge of my scissors and I roughed up the whole outside edge, and then I inked it in the purple. And I think it turned out really cool looking. The ink is still wet, so that's why I'm hanging on to it, kind of funny. And then I grab a brad, because I remember I have to use a brad, and I put the brad right into my little title card here, is what it ends up being. And it says, "Less Monday, more summer." And I'm letting the ink dry on the tag a little bit, so I'm going to adhere my photo down, and then see where I want to place these flowers. I was going to cut the one with my little scissors there, and thought that's not a good idea. These are pretty chunky, so I grabbed a bigger pair of scissors off camera there, and I'll put the other half of it on top of the tag here. Well, it's not a tag, it's a title card. So I'm going to pop up the title card onto some fun foam where it's not on the flower or the picture, and it does dip down a little bit, but I will fix that in a second. And then I have this button that I wanted to use because it was in the right colors, but it doesn't work. It does not make it onto this layout. And so here I'm still trying to figure out how I want all this to be on there, because I am covering up quite a bit of my mixed media. So, oh, and I have purple, so that's also part of the challenge. So I got that on here. I found this purple flower in this sticker book from Hobby Lobby, and then I cut it in half, put one half on top, and then I put the other half underneath of this one flower just to give some color behind that flower, and I like that. So here's where I add, this is a thinner foam from the dollar store, and it worked perfect for bringing it up to the same height as the photograph there. So I glued my flowers down, getting them all glued down, and now I am going to make my tag because I totally forgot to turn the title card into a tag. So I'm just going to make the top portion of the tag, and I'm going to have it stick out from the top of my photograph here. And so it's a nice deep dark purple tag, and I put a white hole reinforcer on it, and I'm just going to glue down the bottom part of it and stick it up here on top. And I will add some string to the top of that in a second. I liked the color behind the flowers, so I am going to put color behind this flower here, and I'm just going to cut it out kind of like it was a cut file, and I just backed it like it was a cut file. I think that you can see the flower a lot better that way, so I like that. And here's where I bring in some of that, I don't even know what you call it. It's yarn thread that's like has little bits and pieces that come off of it. That's what I was wiping off there. But I like the green in it. And then this little sticker says, if you met my family, you would understand. And that is for my sister-in-law, because she took this picture to send to her mom, because her mom is very much a city lady. She was born and raised in the city, and I don't think has ever left it. And so to see something like this, it kind of just wows her. So she took this picture and sent it to her mom. And then I grabbed out of the same sticker book as the flowers. They have these really pretty clear green leaves that kind of look stamped. So I add them in 3 different spots, and then add this little flower because that spot looked empty right down there. So I think that is pretty much done with the layout, but since I covered up so much of the mixed media, I decided to bring that first stamp back in, the one that looks like splatters, and I'm just tapping it in a couple different spots and just using one end of it just to give it a little bit more purple poking out from behind the layers. And that's my layout. So here are the close-ups. I hope you like it. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to check everybody else out that is playing with the IQ Crafty Challenge. It is so much fun, and everyone comes up with some amazing designs, and each one is totally different. So check them out. Thank you for watching. Bye.